A to Z Mysteries, The Empty Envelope by Ron Roy. There is a big map. Take a look at it before you start reading. Chapter 1. I got it, Josh yelled as he raced across Dink's backyard. He leaped into the air, missed the volleyball, and fell in a heap. Dink laughed. You got it, all right. Way to go, Nate, Ruth Rose cried. She gave her 4-year-old brother Nate a high five. You just scored us another point. Nate blushed and smiled shyly at his big sister. Josh got up and grinned. Okay, I'm through fooling around. From now on, Josh and Dink will roll. Just then they heard a beep. It's Ruby with the mail, Ruth Rose said. Josh dropped the volleyball. I wonder if you get another blue envelope, he said to Dink. I can't wait to read what Mother has to say today. Dink ran to the front just as Ruby waved from her truck and drove away. He opened the mailbox and reached in. He pulled out 2 bills for his parents and a letter in a blue envelope for him. In the past week, Dink had received 4 other letters in blue envelopes. This was the 5th. Each envelope was addressed to D. Duncan Greenlawn, CO 06040. But the notes inside were to someone named Doris from her mother. Dink returned to his backyard. He held the letter up. Another one, he said. Well, open it, Josh said. Dink ripped open the envelope and felt inside for the note. There's nothing in here, he said. It's empty. Ruth Rose peered into the envelope. Why would Mother send an empty envelope, she asked. Dink shrugged. Let's go in the house. I want to check out the other letters again. The kids tripped into Dink's kitchen. A covered plate sat on the counter. My mom made us some sandwiches, Dink said. Nate reached for the plate, but his sister stopped him. Look at those hands. Let's wash up at the sink, Nate. Dink pulled the other 4 envelopes from a drawer and laid them on the table side by side. They all looked the same. Can I get some juice? Josh opened the fridge before Dink could answer. Dink just nodded as he sat and stared at the envelopes. The return address on each was O. Bird, 10 Carroll Street, Brooklyn, NY 11234. I don't know anyone in Brooklyn, he said, let alone someone named O. Bird. Dink dropped his eyes to the middle of one of the envelopes. Hey, look at this, he said suddenly. He pointed to the CO in his address. Isn't CO the abbreviation for Colorado? Josh and Ruth Rose each grabbed an envelope. Yeah, you're right, Josh said. Connecticut is CT, not CO. Dink looked at his friends. The zip code is right, but the state is wrong. Or maybe it's the state that's right and the zip code that's wrong, Ruth Rose suggested. What do you mean, Josh asked. Maybe these letters are supposed to go to some D. Duncan in Greenlawn, Colorado, Ruth Rose said. Whoever Obert is just wrote down the wrong zip code. I know how to find out, Dink said. He walked over to the phone and dialed information. He asked the long-distance operator for Obert's number. There isn't, he said. Okay, thanks anyway. Dink hung up. There's no Obert listed in Brooklyn. Well, Josh said, grabbing his sandwich, you're the only D. Duncan in Greenlawn. In Greenlawn, Connecticut, Dink said. Josh sighed. Anyway, that's it. They wolfed down the peanut butter and grape jam sandwiches. Read the notes again, Dink, Ruth Rose said after a few minutes. Maybe there's a clue about who they're really meant for. Dink opened the envelopes, pulled out the 4 notes, and laid them side by side. Josh picked up the 5th envelope. He turned it upside down and shook it. Maybe someone stole the last letter, he whispered. He made mysterious eyes at Dink. Maybe spies are watching your mail, he said in a creepy voice. Maybe they're alien kidnappers from Neptune. And just then the phone rang.